Hello everybody, my name is ArctusDracon, and it's time for my first proper post-commentary. None of that announcement stuff here, or poorly trying to show you how to make a sprite, but just straight thoughts and ideas. And sorry if I sound a little bit weird, for some reason my sinuses have been really clogged up lately, and things have just been weird for my voice and I. I've been drinking a bit of water before the post-commentary, and I think this might help out a bit. But anyways, first thing I'd like to mention is this PKMNation thing in the title. What does that exactly mean? Well, PKMNation is a huge DeviantArt group that's pretty much about having an inventory of Pokemon that you're able to draw. Now, this isn't a place where you can just say which Pokemon you have, you actually have to work your way up. How do you do this? Well, when you first join PKMNation, you're asked to give your favorite type. Surprise, surprise, I chose Dragon, but Fairy was actually a close call for me. From there, a mod from the group will provide a pool of random Pokemon, which you can choose 3. Some of the Pokemon will be based on the type you choose, but you can only choose one from the typed Pokemon. The other 2 will not be determined by the type you choose. For example, when I first started out, I got Dratini, which was my Dragon type, Pumpkaboo, and Murkrow. The Dratini I drew was the one I chose from the mod. From there, you're able to go do things such as trails or clutches in order to get more Pokemon. Now, I can probably go into this group for a really long time and say all of the ins and outs of what there is to do, but honestly, it's something to really experience for yourself. The community is really nice, and the whole raising Pokemon thing is really fun. It actually kind of gives me something to think about when going into DeviantArt instead of just dumping sprites into my gallery. So yeah, I know this idea is kind of spontaneous, but I've been doing a lot of drawings for PKMNation for a while. Of course, I've been on a hiatus thanks to school, but I've still been doing it. So what's this drawing particularly of? Well, you see the first one was just a Dratini, which was a Pokemon that I got, but the second one is from a clutch movement from PKMNation. I did this drawing in order to get a Vulpix and Fennekin from the clutch. They're pretty cool Pokemon, so I just decided why not add them to my inventory at the price of a nice little drawing. Now, you may notice here that I'm pretty bad at drawing. At least, that's what it looks like. Don't get the wrong impression with these first videos. I may look really bad, but these 2 recordings were my second and third drawings that I've ever done, or so, around there. I didn't actually record the first drawing since I was still practicing at the time, but I do have that up on DeviantArt as well. Still, I may as well have them up not only for memory's sake, but also just to list ideas and what these drawing videos and narrations are going to be like. This is just kind of a medium for me to better express my ideas on what I'm going to be doing on here and how I draw in general. For the first drawing, it's okay. I like the shading, especially around the eye, and it is decent. There are a few tricks I didn't know at the time about size, such as using the magic wand to fill in the outlines, so I definitely had to go the extra mile to do basically the same thing. Don't worry, I'll improve in later drawing videos. For the second drawing, the drawing itself is bad, but I do like the idea that kind of went into this drawing. The Glameow and the other cat, which is actually a Morph Fusion Meowth, believe it or not. Liking each other with the Skarmory really blushing. It's kind of funny, but also really adorable as well. As for the background, well, I'd probably say that I could have done better. At the time, I thought the clouds were really good, which, compared to my skills now, they're alright. Not good, but alright. I'll give myself credit there. But the grass though, now, yeah, that grass is just crappy. It's just this ugly solid green with a few thick grasses here and there. I don't know about you, but this is not something I'm really proud of. I tried to add some shading to the blades to make the grass seem somewhat interesting, but for the most part, it's just a bit dull. Don't worry though, I do find a way to make grasses in a future video that will be way better. Now you're probably thinking that this whole drawing thing is just an excuse for me to do PKMNation stuff, and I'll admit it, you're probably right there as a matter of fact. But don't worry, if you don't really care for this stuff, I can assure you that this isn't the only thing I'll be drawing. It may mostly be PKMNation, but I'll definitely have something else in mind for the off chance I don't have recordings. Perhaps I could do drawings for Pokemon itself, or some other video game. Maybe I could draw my own sprites. Or maybe even, I could take missions for DeviantArt points to draw other people's sprites. Who knows? They're all great ideas to be honest. Speaking of doing the drawing, well, I'd like to talk about that. Drawing on Sai actually takes a really long time, and I mean a really long time. The first drawing video took maybe an hour or so, but the second drawing took maybe a little over 6 hours to complete, around there. That's about the same time as like a really detailed giant sprite. I'm pretty sure this footage is sped up to about 4500% or something. But I don't know. You may notice how I'm tracing over the drawings at the start though. I actually use this strat when I do spreading as well, if you didn't notice, making a regular sketch then outlining it. Of course it's much different in how I do the sketch. With spriting, you can see I just do the sketch with the pencil tool in the gray color. I draw the shape in paint, go over it with the black outline, then erase the gray from the sprite. But with drawing on Sai, it's so much easier here. With these drawings, I could just make a sketch in one layer, then open up a second layer and make the outline. In these earlier videos, you may notice that all the sketches I do will be done via pencil. That is, I do the pictures on actual pencil and paper. I took a picture of the picture, picture of the picture. I know that sounds really weird, but whatever. With my phone, and I sent it to the computer. Then I just put the pictures into Sci, and I just sketch it over using the line layers. And so yeah, if you don't really want to spend any money on a tablet or on a good program, using Sci and using just your mouse will just be fine here. Sci costs absolutely nothing, and obviously you're gonna have a mouse unless you just use a laptop, which in that case, you're not really gonna get far, I'm sorry. Now, I will still be using a tablet in some future videos, but for these earlier videos, you might notice that I can do some okay stuff with just a mouse on its own. I'll talk about more of the how to draw sort of stuff in the future videos, since I don't exactly have all the time in the world to talk about everything. One step at a time, but even with that, I think we did talk about a lot here. But anyways guys, that was my first drawing video. Tell me what you guys think of the ideas in the comment section below. But anyways, I'm ArctusDracon, and thank you for watching. Happy spriting!